Hi, I'm Chris Hoy and I would like to read to you a little excerpt from Flying Fergus, the best birthday bike. Fergus Hamilton was an ordinary 8-year-old boy. He liked football when his team won, fish fingers and chocolate cake, only not on the same plate, and his dog Chimp when he wasn't eating socks or chewing the stairs. He didn't like broccoli, but he ate it, or homework, but he did it, or the way his mum left her lipstick on his cheek when she kissed him goodnight, but he didn't mind. Yes, he was ordinary in almost every way, except one. Because for a small boy, Fergus had an extraordinarily big imagination. Some days he imagined he lived in an enormous underground lair with 57 bedrooms and a hover car and a butler to serve him lemonade whenever he wanted instead of the flat above Grandpa's junk shop on Napier Street. Some days he imagined he could build a time machine out of a vacuum cleaner, like Captain Gadget, his favourite comic book superhero. Then he could defeat his own arch nemesis, Wesley Wallace, who didn't have a hover car, but his house was massive and he was definitely allowed a lemonade whenever he wanted. Some days he imagined Chimp was a sleek and well-mannered pedigree hound who could sniff out buried treasure and catch criminals instead of being a mongrel with matted fur and a tendency to dig for bones in the carpet. But mostly, he imagined he was the most brilliant boy cyclist in the whole world, because if there was one thing he liked more than football, or chocolate cake, or even Chimp, especially when he was chewing Fergus's socks, it was cycling. And on this particular wet Friday afternoon, his nose pressed against the glass of Wallace's wheels, Fergus was imagining he was Steve Spokes Sullivan, champion cyclist, world record holder, and the brains behind the Sullivan Swift bike. The Swift had 24 gears, hydraulic brakes, state-of-the-art suspension, and without doubt was the most beautiful bike Fergus had ever seen. He imagined shooting down Craigmount Hill on it, so fast he would feel the wind taking his breath away. He imagined careering up a ramp and then taking to the air for a few short seconds of flight that would feel like minutes. But most of all, he imagined hopping out of the bed tomorrow morning on his birthday, seeing an enormous parcel sitting in the front room and unwrapping it to find a Swift inside, along with a new helmet, gloves and a special racing jersey.